Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I have a bag right now of some inventory from our unlisted inventory room, and I'm going to go through it today just to show some things that I have planned to photograph, measure, and list today. So we are currently in June, the very end of June, and we have experienced a bit of the summer slowdown. So my plan for the next few weeks to see if it makes any bit of a difference is I'm just going to try to list as much as possible. I'm not sticking to a certain number every day. I'm not sticking to a certain kind of item. I'm just trying to list as much as I can. I'm not putting too much pressure on myself if I have a busy day and I can't list but 3 items. I'm just trying to get as much done as I can. So as I've mentioned before, it is summertime. We're working on house projects and we're seeing friends and family. So I try to be realistic, and I realize this is a part-time job and I'm not going to be doing full-time work. So sometimes if it is just 3 items a day, or sometimes it's 20 that I'm getting listed, sometimes more, I'm just happy to be working. All right. Start off with these Sperry's. These were given to me by a family member. They are men's size 9.5, which might be a tricky sale. I do notice that sometimes smaller sizes for men will sit longer. I think I have a pair of 9 that's been sitting for like over a year. Looks like there's just a little bit on the canvas here, but it's flaking right off. These aren't the leather Sperry's. They're got canvas, but they're in really good condition. And they are a nice summer shoe. I mean, obviously you can wear them year round, but they make a nice summer shoe. We'll try to get those listed today. This is a one-piece, very retro looking bathing suit. This was my mom's and then it was mine. And this is by the brand Longitude. I definitely suggest if you see this brand of swimsuit, pick it up, even if it is pre-owned. This is a plus size 16. And the Longitude brand makes bathing suits that are longer torsoed. So like the trunk or the body of the bathing suit is longer. So that it works really well for people who have long torsos or just taller. And it is a really good selling feature, especially if you can get them in like a larger plus size. I just sold the one that I had listed last week. I sold it the day that I listed it. I accepted an offer on Mercari for $19, so it wasn't like a lot, but it was a size 14, so it wasn't like, it's kind of on that cusp of plus size, and it was pre-owned, and it wasn't even that cute of a print, and it sold for $19. This graphic t-shirt, I wore this one time, so it's like almost new, and I did a Poshmark order for a bunch of t-shirts for myself. I think it was earlier this year, and this lady made them in her boutique, and these were all the ones that she just said like she'd been sitting on for a while, so I got them for $5 each, and I was like, oh, awesome deal, because I thought even if I only wear them like 1 or 2 times, then like I could sell them or whatever. You get your money's work immediately. So I bought this from her. I did buy a lot of the same graphics. This says dead inside but caffeinated. Super cute. Anybody who watches the channel, you've probably seen me wear. I have like I have a bunch of these shirts from her in different colors with that same like logo or same design on the front. I did do another boutique. I say a boutique because it's like someone who owns their small business. They make the shirts themselves. Well, they make the designs on the shirts. I've bought that somebody's before on a reseller page. I bought a bunch of her t-shirts for $5 each. And to be honest with you, I did sit on them a while, which is kind of surprising because I'm sure a lot of you have seen in Facebook groups and stuff, people selling like, I guess you could call them custom design t-shirts or whatever, but they'll have like a bunch of t-shirts and they'll have the designs that you can pick, or they'll have ready-made ones, and they can usually sell them for like $15, $20 each. So it kind of surprised me when I bought a bunch of them for $5 that I wasn't even able to sell them on Poshmark for like 10 or 15 bucks with them being new without tags. But I guess it's just maybe people, I don't know, maybe it's just maybe it is the marketplace. Maybe it's because they were on the platform of Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, and not Facebook. I don't know. So I'm not planning on getting a ton for these t-shirts, but like maybe if I can sell them for 10 or 15, and that is a plus size. I think it's like a 2X, so I'm thinking that's going to help too. This one is the blue version of it. Yeah, it's a 2X. And the only reason I didn't keep those, I just didn't like the sleeves on them as much. Let's see. Let me see. If they're both 2X, I could probably lot them up. Oh yeah, same brand, same style, same graphic design, just different colors. So I think I might actually do that. I might lot them up and see if I could get like 15 or 20, maybe like 20 for both of them. We'll see. This is an Old Navy maternity first layer, extra large maternity tank top. So I was going to stop doing maternity, but because it's a tank and it's summer and it's new with tags and it's an extra large, so like a little bit of a bigger size, and it's ruched on the side, I'm going to try to list that. I'm only expecting maybe 10 bucks. I'm also thinking, so recently I've actually been having some really good luck selling on Facebook. We have a get together coming up this weekend, so I've kind of been like wanting to purge a bunch of stuff, and I started listing some of like my kids' toys and things like that, or some things I've been finding around the house, baby things, whatever. I've been listing those on Facebook Marketplace. I also recently sold 2 bookcases on there, and we've been doing pretty well. I've kind of gone back and forth with Facebook Marketplace, which I might make a video on in the future, but I've also found that listing on Facebook, like in groups, I'm part of a bunch of groups, like yard sale groups, mom groups for the local, like for the local town. And I've had pretty good luck on there. So I'm thinking that some of the maternity stuff, I might try like posting on there. I do know that Flip has the Facebook Marketplace tab where like you can cross post to a marketplace, but if I'm making a listing on my phone, I might just go ahead and post it on one of the mom groups. I don't mind obviously accepting less since it's cash and it's, you know, pick up and I'm not having to ship or whatever. I might, you know, I mean, if I put that up there for maybe like $8 or something. But it's because it's maternity. That's the only reason I say that, because I did see a post that someone made on Facebook in one of the mom groups recently, and she was like, where do I find maternity clothes? She said like Old Navy. She went to Old Navy, and I remember that was kind of a struggle when I was pregnant last time, was Old Navy doesn't carry maternity clothes in store anymore unless someone's bought the maternity clothes from Old Navy online and then return them into store. Then they'll have like, you know, a couple pieces in store, but they don't carry anything in the store. Our consignment shop stopped taking maternity. Who else did I see? I think you can get some at Target. I went to Walmart when I was pregnant last time, which I just had a baby last year, so it wasn't that long ago, and there were like, I think like one top you could choose from, and it was just in like 2 or 3 colors, maybe like 2 pairs of pants. It was like super limited. So I think that people need to get need to get their maternity clothes somewhere. So I don't want to completely do away from maternity, but I'm being very selective. These are LuLaRoe Tall and Curvy, which is their tall and or plus size line leggings. I do not list LuLaRoe unless it's very certain circumstances, because these are their plus size line, because these are solid, and because these are red and we have 4th of July coming up. I'm going to go ahead and try to list these. These were mine, so it's not like I have some great amount of money invested in them. And these I will tag with things like Christmas, Valentine's Day. A good tag for LuLaRoe is teacher, modest, comfy, things like that. Sorry, they're like a little pilled. And then I might be lucky to get like $10 from. If I get $10 from, I'll be happy. This is shapewear. Shapewear always does good for me. This is Bali and it's 36D, so very good size. It's a very common size. And it is like a slip, I think. Oh, so it's a slit. That's interesting. Slip, but it's also got like the built-in underwear kind of. Which I would definitely take a picture of that from the outside of that, so the buyer or customer can get an idea of how that is. Also, the fact that it's got a snap. It's like snap. Well, it's like a bra, like the little hooks, hook and eyes. They can see, like, that makes it easier for women to like go to the bathroom and whatever when they are wearing something like this. So if they're at an event, they don't have to like completely get undressed. Take a picture of that from the outside, from the inside, so they can see it's clean. You would want to make sure that you can get a picture of this. It's like hard to see right here on camera, but it's that non-slip banding going around. I always take a picture of the inside of the cups, and I would make a note that they are wrinkled, because I've done that since when I used to like just sell Victoria's Secret back when I was in college. Because it is really important to people to know that it is going to be wrinkled, because sometimes that does affect the outside of the cup, and sometimes depending on what you wear on top, you can see the lines over, or you can see the lines from the outside. I just noticed something else when I was feeling it, that they have these petals. They're kind of hard to make out, and what those are, they're called concealing petals, so they hide the nips, so you don't see those outside the bra. So that's important to mention as well. Also, we try to ship out bras. I might have mentioned this before, bras or anything like that, especially if it's padded. That's not, but we probably will anyway, especially if it has underwire. We try to ship those things in like a box, especially if it's on Poshmark, where you can ship anything for, like, you know, with free, any kind of shipping vessel, because a lot of times if you ship out bras or things that are padded, whatever, in like something like an envelope like this, then it's just going to get completely crushed. Like, you can already see that this is folded to heck, and I haven't even used that envelope yet. So things like that can get really crushed. If like a mail carrier has a bunch of stuff sitting on top, it can get crushed down. The padding can get messed up. Underwire can get bent. The cups can get indented, and the really bad, like, deep set wrinkles that you can't really get out. So we try to ship those in boxes. Another shapewear piece. Honestly, I feel like shapewear is probably not going to sell as well during the summer as it will in the fall and winter, only because I don't know. I could see where it could sell well, because you get like a lot of those spring summer weddings, and obviously, like, if you're a guest, or even if, you know, you're the bride or in the wedding party, I could see where you would maybe want to buy shapewear. But I kind of feel like like when you get all those holiday parties coming up in the fall and winter, where you're dressed up and going to see family, and like wearing like really layers, I feel like that might do be better for sales, but I guess we'll see. This is Barely There brand, and it is an extra large. It has wire-free cups, and it is a shapewear dress. And it's kind of like lined. I would use wire-free, wireless, no underwire. I actually had a bra listed on Mercari, and it said underwire, and then I had the buyer message me, and they said, "Does this have underwire?" I was like, "Yes, ma'am. It is tagged underwire," but I think it's just, I mean, like, that's why I try to put as much as I can in there, because there are people who might type in wireless and not wire free, so it's important to try to, like, people who will put wire free and not wireless, so I try to use all those tags. This is Bali, and it's a 2X. I find that the bigger the sizes are for the shapewear, the better it does. These are shaping briefs. Also, because they are like lace and they're this really pretty blush color, I feel like I might try to tie in some kind of I think you can call these bike shorts maybe too. I would try to tie in some kind of a, I don't know, not like vintage, but not really costume, but like kind of. Do you know what I mean? They just really remind me of like a, I don't know, like a period piece. I don't know. I could see them being under someone's like really pretty lacy poofy dress or something. All right, here we have another pair of tall and curvy LuLaRoe leggings. Also were mine. And these are kind of a pink